Other interesting political news: you have a bill to prevent illegals from voting did pass, but only passed 262 to 143. Now, this is brought to us thanks to Libs of TikTok on X Twitter. She says 141 House Democrats just voted to allow illegal aliens to vote in our elections. This was the plan all along. And this is a screenshot from C-SPAN specifically. They say the repeal DC non-citizen voting law, and Republicans voted yay 210. Democrats also voted yay 52, so a total of 262. The nays were Democrat 143, and that was 143 total. And the NEV were not present, 7 and 18, Democrats, Republicans, for a total of 25. Which, interestingly enough, I'm surprised Republicans didn't say nay to this. Because usually, I don't want to say half, but there are a lot of Republicans who are just rhinos, pejoratively known as Republicans in name only. So, they run as a Republican, they say they stand for those ideals and ideologies, and yet once they get to DC and once they, start to vote on policies, they usually just either have no spine or they just were a phony all along. They vote for things that are ideologically much more far left, which it almost seems like there should be like a clause or some type of rule where you can just recall those type of politicians. I mean, that's false advertising at the very least. All these politicians say, oh yeah, we're going to get this done, or we're going to vote this way, and they never do. It went pretty well. This got 1.8 million views and 31,000 likes. Quite a few to say the least. One of the first comments comes from Paul Zupa saying, thankfully this didn't pass, but the masks are off. Getting 3.2 thousand likes. Here. Now, Trump AI says Democrats don't deserve the American citizens. They serve globalists, getting 1.4 thousand likes. Valentina Gomez says those 143 Democrats are traitors, getting 2.3 thousand likes. Here. DK says, of course, it's a plan, and say a cartoon of Biden standing on the border with a bunch of cash, handing it to people, and it says, vote blue and we will come and take care of you. And they don't source this data, but there's a data pointer. They say that this costs 1.24 billion a day, 451 billion a year. Got 387 likes. What hat werewolf says 143 Democrats equals 143 commie clowns. There's a picture of a milk bottle, milk carton. It says, missing legitimate elections, have you seen me? I got 278 likes, and there's a recall or a callback to old marketing back in the day where you actually had, milk cartons, and you also had little ads with Timmy being missing, which is kind of sad and depressing, but it's effective, I think. Some people are found that way. Raise awareness, but nevertheless, that got 278 likes. Going down more and more. You have Emergent Perspective saying if you won't vote for them, they'll just replace you and that goes for Democrats also. They'll give your benefits to illegals. And it says how to invade in woke era. And it's a picture of a bunch of gentlemen picking up AK-47s. It says, no, not that way. And instead of AK-47s, they're now picking up, was it the flag on the stick? I forget what you call that, but it says refugee, and that got the check mark, as in, yes, do that way. That got 150 likes. Unbound Monkey says, they seek to dissolve the power of your vote, America. They are all traitors. This is what it looks like when your representatives despise and seek to replace you. Got 138 likes. Gunther Eagleman says, Democrats hate America, and this proves it, getting 795 likes. See here. Howdy says, yup, their intentions were obvious, and make no mistake about it, they will continue to try to get this passed. After all, they have over 10 million illegals waiting. 162 likes. The Texas one says treason, getting 381 likes. Alex says sad but not surprising, getting 163 likes. Hello, I'm Kello says Democrats don't care about citizenship or the Constitution, getting 531 likes. See, there's any contrarian statements. Good old cliche, Scooby-Doo? Is it Fred? Got the handkerchief? Which, I don't know, maybe we should bring that back. When was the last time it was culturally relevant to see a man with a handkerchief? But nevertheless, yeah, Fred, but his face is replaced by Biden, and it's, the famous scene where you're unmasking the ghost to see who it is, and the ghost is labeled illegal immigrant, and he, takes the hood off and is just a voter. That got 71 likes. Scrolling down more and more. Oh, good old Star Trek. Kidding, I know it's Star Wars, but you have the old age-old Star Wars reference. It goes, these are not the droids you're looking for. That's a terrible impression, but nevertheless, it says Democrats. It says this isn't the election interference you're looking for, getting 51 likes. So not a lot of support for him. I really can't see a single positive. And again, there's an inherent bias to some of these accounts. It seems like people on the middle, on the right, seek I'm not seeing a lot of people on the left following those on TikTok or other people who don't agree with their ideologies, like people on the right will do when they're people on the right now. Well, the White House is Democrat, obviously. A lot of people them seem to be following the White House and the president. And yeah, it's interesting to see who seeks out data. Or I mean, I've been covering Twitter, and it certainly seems that way. But nevertheless, it'll be interesting to see how this topic plays into the upcoming election and what will happen with it. And yeah, do you think there will be actually deportations? I mean, Trump is saying he'll try or he will if he's elected. We've also heard that same thing for 20, 30 years, which is why I'm so pessimistic of Democrats or Republicans fixing anything in life, since we've had the same hot topics for decades. And I can't but think they just keep those topics around because then they can both use those topics to raise campaign funds. And maybe they'll have a little bit of win here, a little bit of win there. But at the end of the day, how much is really solved? Very little for the most part. But let me know in the comments. As always, I'd be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you could click that button, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, leaving a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment is a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.